Since I was a child, now it's showing its ugly face. What can I do? Music creeps into my dreams, wakes me into sweaty sheets, abandons me when nights died out. What can I do? What can I do? So I better use my legs and run before it is too late to flee. I feel there is no other way. It's what I can do, what I can do. Then I want to be with you, but you know there's music too. Don't let jealousy alert you. Stop this, get right. Stop this, get right. So I better use my legs and run before it is too late to flee. I feel there is no other way. It's what I can do, what I can do. Then I want to be with you, but you know there's music too. Don't let jealousy alert you. Stop this, get right. Stop this, get right.
Welcome to day number 2 here for the Van Ora Engadinwind by Dakine. We're here in the beautiful scenery of Silverplaner Lake in Switzerland, and we are kicking off with the towing. You can see we've got perfect towing weather this afternoon. We've got the foil racing, Foilmania, foil freestyle. Did you tune in for day number 1 yesterday? Ooh, well, if not, we're going to play you the highlights from that because it went off.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to the 2019 Engadinwind. This year, it's all about Foilmania. The morning provided glassy conditions, the perfect opportunity for towing freestyle. So the best in the world took to the winch and threw down huge moves. Insane action gave way to some incredible windsurfing, as those experienced on the foil took to the water for some high-flying tactical racing. And that's just day 1. We've got 3 more days to go. Plenty of action to watch. You want to see it live? You can check our social channels for more. Stay tuned.
So there you go, that was the highlights from yesterday. Epic performances from all the boys, but Balls Muller, definitely the standout. I mean, he's from Switzerland in his home crowd, and the racing. I mean, Van Op Zeeland, absolutely killing it. As I said, we've got the towing coming up. We've got about 20 minutes of practice. I got to show you this. It's not in action at the moment. This thing is about to be in action. As you can see, boats coming in from there. We're towing in. We've got Ricardo Marker. Let's have a chat with Ricardo Marker because he's standing right here before we get this thing on the go. How did you go yesterday, firstly?
Yeah, it was okay. Actually, it's pretty fine with this little ramp. It's quite fun. I just didn't really manage to land really clean the moves, which I found out is the really important thing. So I'm gonna try to land clean today, maybe go a little bit lower, not as high as yesterday, and land it clean.
Okay, so there's 8 guys basically in this towing. You get 3 runs yesterday, 3 runs today.
Yeah.
The best 2 count.
Yeah.
So the pressure's on.
Well, I actually landed one properly, which didn't score that high. So I'm gonna make sure to land another one and have a safe score to get into the final.
And what moves are we going to be looking at?
Well, not too hard to guess.
Funnel maybe? Burner?
You got it.
Okay. And if you pull off, you know, something really clean, is there any other moves that you're thinking about? Or do we need different conditions? Because I spoke to a few of the guys and they were saying if they had wind from the other way, we might see other moves.
Yeah, actually, without wind, actually now the wind is from the other side, so it's kind of like sailing with some. I mean, there's almost no wind.
Okay.
But it's not making it easier. If we get a little breeze from the right side, yeah, for sure we can try different moves. I think even scope or air scope with a bit of wind, it's definitely possible.
Okay, just as you say that, I hear it firing up. Let's have a look at him riding this thing. You've got to check this. Let's hope he doesn't kick it. This comedy. Oh yes, go on, son. Oh! Oh, okay. We nearly witnessed a hospital moment there. Let's hope he's all right, because that really,
Fine.
yeah.
I saw the pit came coming out of the straps right away, so I think it's fine.
He doesn't look fine.
Yeah, not really. I think that's a cold water shock as well.
Lupe! Lupe! Okay.
That was more like a
He's
cold water shock.
okay. He's okay. This looks dangerous, this thing. So that is what we've got coming up. We've got some shots from yesterday. In case you didn't see it, we got some more epic shots from yesterday. Let's go check those out. So as you see, you can pull things off clean, and you can also, Luffy had some good crashes yesterday. I think he needs to stick them feet in the straps. New kid on the block, Leonard Neubauer. Is that better?
Kind of, yeah.
I'm still rubbish at these names. Towing, done much towing before?
Yeah, quite some towing, but never with a wave and never with a winch.
Okay, so is it more difficult to time that? Because obviously we've got the boat going around, which is creating the wake and giving you a little bit of a stunt ramp.
Yeah, for sure, it's more fun for me. Actually, I prefer the winch, to be honest, but yeah, it's both fun, jet ski, winch, I mean, towing is towing.
Yeah, and moves-wise, are we still going to see the same moves? Are you going to mix it up? I mean, you're one of the young guns. You've got to show these big boys how it's done.
Yeah, I think I want to do one more big move, the first move, and then I go for some normal stance, maybe a culo or a scope or something like that. Let's see how it goes.
We like the sound of that. We like the sound of that. These young guys are going to mix it up. Yesterday, go as you planned, or you're trying to do something a bit different?
It went definitely how I wanted. I was second in my group. So yeah, I had one 4-point move and one 6-point move, so I was really happy with that. Maybe could up that 4-point move and then go for a bigger one.
Sounds good, sounds good. What kit are you on? Because I'm sure there's a few guys going out there going, well, there's no wind, what kit are you on? But obviously, oh, there we go, we're starting up again. We're going to have a look at this one in a sec, but what kit are you on?
I'm on my 87 Ignite and 4.0 Freak.
Okay, so pretty small gear.
It is small, but I was normally using 3.6, so...
Okay, we're going to check this run. Here we go, let's have a look. It's revving up. Who have we got? This looks like Adrian Bosson. Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. He looks pretty fired up today, Adrian Bosson. I don't think he had his best day yesterday. But like I say, 8 guys in the whole thing. We've got 2 qualifying heats, 4 in each. The top 3 going to a final tomorrow. He's in a qualifying position.
Feel good.
You in the second qualifying heat?
Yeah, I'm in the second one. I think we started around 11. quarter past maybe. But yeah, looking good. Wind's gonna maybe turn, and then we'll have some good conditions.
Okay, well, good luck, mate.
Thanks.
Okay, so there we go. So we've got, like I say, the towing is coming up. That's going to be the first up. And then Foilmania starts, yes. We're kicking off, I think, at 12 o'clock with the IFCA World Foil Championships. It's a one-off event. The winner here will be the world champion. Luke Van... Oh, this is such a long name. The Zoolander, as I'm calling him. He absolutely killed it yesterday, and he showed a couple of the big boys how it was done. I reckon we have a look at some foil racing because that is it's looking good. The wind comes in here at Silverplana, 12 to 15 knots yesterday. It was absolutely perfect racing. So let's take a look at that. Then I'm going to go back in the box and comment on this towing. Okay, so we're back in the box and you can see some of this drone action from yesterday was absolutely insane. This is like a little racing drone. I spoke to him last night at dinner. 130 kilometers an hour this little drone flies at. So it's not speeded up. This is the speed it's flying at. It's insane. He is a proper ninja. I mean, Yoda of the drone world. Does a bit of drone racing. He's been over in America. He's done quite a bit. So we've had a few drone guys over the years on the Pedalway and all this. But this bloke, I have never seen such a fast drone. It's insane. Look, he just spins around people like they're traveling at what 20 odd knots, and he's just flying around them like they're standing still. It's crazy. So yeah, that's how we're looking at the moment. We've got a couple of the guys all tuning up. Just so you know, if you tuned in yesterday, you will remember Jeremy Pluce was a no-show. He didn't show up, but we were at the briefing this morning, and the drummer from Switzerland is here. He's back in the game. He's got 3 runs to get 2 hits, and if he does it, he might make it into the final, which would be a pretty big comeback for Jeremy Pluce. So that's kind of what we've... And we are looking good. We've got the live scoring coming up. Obviously, it's the FPT towing. That's how it's working. First up, we're going to have, I guess it's going to be Balls Muller, Adrian Bosson, Stephen Van Brockhoven, and Marco Lufen. Already had a pretty nasty crash from Marco Lufen. So let's hope he's okay. He seemed to give us the old thumbs up. It's the official, or the okay sign. The official international, I'm okay, don't worry. Although it looked pretty sketchy, I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. Let me just get all things up online. The FPT, obviously, I guess we're online on their Facebook page as well. So I'm just going to whack that up in case we've got some comments coming in. There we go. How fast was that drone, says Rudy on Facebook. And we got hi from the west coast of France. What else have we got? Yeah, we got a few people. Massimo saying my place. Maybe this is his place. I mean, it's pretty close to Italy here. I think we're like 40 minutes from the border. So pretty close. Well, we got to Yendo Care saying less, but it depends how fast you drive. The speed I was driving, 38 minutes. I'm driving slow. We're gonna get him a chair. You coming in for a chat, Jensel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and find him a chair. Otherwise, we're not gonna hear much. Well, you can talk us through. We'll get him switched in. We've got the radio mic going on. So hopefully.
Good morning.
Good morning. We got proper radio style going on. This is pretty. If you could get a picture of this, it's like the love microphone. Oh, big
Wow.
move.
Balls on the foil.
Is that not dangerous, Gentle?
I mean, for 99% of the world, yes, but for Bas Muller, it looks like pretty normal. Look, like he kind of almost landed clean. He's so used now to have the gear without power, because he's foiling, I think, like almost every single day. That
Is he allowed to enter the toe in with a foil?
yeah, I don't think there's really a rule for it. And even not, if he's not allowed, he still has already really solid scores of yesterday. So
That's a good point, actually. So is he going to go on the foil? Is that what we're hearing?
yeah, I think he just wanna show everything what's possible on the foil. You know, he tries to get people into it. For the moment, it's only he and his brothers, and then some other Swiss guys.
Some crazy Swiss guys.
Yeah, the Swiss are crazy in it, but you know they also have the paradise for it. You know, they have every day this thermal wind from like 14, 16 knots, but it's actually just not enough for freestyle really. But for foiling, it's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know if I think we've got that clip from yesterday of Bulls going absolutely mental with the Ninja Pilot drone. I think we're going to check that out because if you didn't see it, it is well worth seeing. It's just the flight of the drone is insane, but the move is pretty sick too. So let's check that out. Insane that. He's one-handed. I didn't realise when I first watched it.
Yeah, me neither, but I think he does it to bring the rig a little bit more forward to get more rotation. And in general, Bals is like a Pasco master. Like, he does it over everything. So now with the toe in, the speed we get, and then the little ramp of the wave, he just spins around.
So what size sail are you got on?
I go 4-4, I think, like the most guys. 4-4 is like the sail to go, I think.
Yeah, well, just came to my memory now. I was speaking to Balls last night. He said he went up to the pump track and he was on the skateboard. You were chasing him on the BMX.
Yeah.
Took a bit of a fall. I heard you were bleeding.
Nah, not too bad. Just a little bit on my hand, it's okay. Nah.
But you're taking it easy. I mean, you've already won the European Freestyle Pro Tour this year.
Yeah.
European champion. You're in pole position for the world title race. Are you not wrapping yourself in cotton wool? You know.
No, I try to do the same than I always do, and you know, doing other sports helps me a lot in windsurfing as well. You know, because if you only windsurf, you lose maybe a little bit of motivation. So I just keep doing different stuff, and it's also fun. Here comes Jeremy. Boom.
Tell you what, he's a late entry, but he's got the whip,
Yeah.
hasn't he?
It doesn't look, but he was in Greece for a while, so he's been training windsurfing quite a lot. And if you have the windsurf moves down properly, you can do it in anything like this, even get pulled by a winch.
So what do you call that move? Because to me it looks like a Pasco, but it's not because you're back-winded. Is that not controversial, but it's difficult, isn't it, for your average guy to?
It's really hard to say, but you know, you can see on some rotations. Sometimes it's more like an air funnel, sometimes more like a burner, sometimes more like a Pasco. They're all pretty similar, but you just have the rig in a slightly different position. So it's hard to say. I think, you know, everyone can a bit decide for himself what he thinks from it, because there is no wind. We have no wind direction really. So
Yeah. But I mean, there must be quite a bit of wind in terms of apparent wind, because
Yeah.
some people on 4.4s or 4.0s. I mean,
Yeah.
Neubauer's on 4.0.
yeah, he's a smaller guy, so it takes a bit the smaller sail.
But you feel the pressure in the back of the sail, is that right?
Yeah, you feel like you're backwinded. I mean, that's for me the feeling. But then once you take off and you're in the air, you feel like kind of, yeah, you feel wind, but it's always on the back of the sail, just the way you rotate. It doesn't matter which way you're pointing. You just have power from the speed. Like when you put your hand out on a car, you feel that wind. From the moment you stop, it's gone. That's exactly what happens in towing. You go in the air, you feel the power, so you can do the move pretty well. And then from the moment you land, what's the hardest part, you have nothing in the sail anymore. So it's really like trying to balance yourself and
Yeah.
That's also why we take a bit of a smaller sail, a bit easier to balance, not too small because.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I mean, like I said, for anyone who hasn't done towing, some people are, oh, there's no wind, what are you doing? But actually, we'd just be sitting on the beach, chatting, doing nothing really. And now we're on the water with the windsurfing gear that your sponsors have paid for, getting pictures, getting video, and actually pulling off some pretty sick moves.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always one of the guys who goes in all the events. If we have the chance to do towing, to do it. It's not really freestyle windsurfing. It's a bit a different discipline, I think. But I really enjoy it just to be on my rig and having fun on the water. And you always get really good pictures because it's easier, I think, for a lot of photographers to take pictures of towing because they know at that point we're gonna do the move. They can see you coming, and there is nobody else on the water. So it's really, you get, like, especially here in the mountain lakes, you get beautiful pictures, beautiful shots. Right, there's Marco Lufen coming. Oh.
Just mistimed the pop off that
Yeah.
boat. Is that a really hard thing to do? I mean, just timing it with the boat?
Yeah, you have to time good with the boat. And it's important. I think Lufen now went to spin. Luffy tried to spin too much, and didn't get the lift yet. I think in towing you really first have to go up and then start the rotation.
Yeah, it looks tricky. I mean, I got to say, I've done it a long time ago. Why aren't we seeing much variation in the moves? Well, you know, looking at me, that's what I want to see, some variation.
I think because we do a competition format here, and what means we have to land the best moves, but you have to land clean. What's really, really hard in towing without wind. If they will say we do more show, then you will for sure see different things. Like, I mean, like, you can see Balls, he doesn't care about competition. He comes for the show, he comes for the fun. It is his home country. He goes really for the show, and still puts a really solid score down. But it's a more risk factor, especially as a qualification round.
I'm going to say, we know if anyone's going to risk it, Balls Muller's going to risk it, even in the PWA. You know, he's doing heats which, you know, are not, let's say, normal. They're not
cheese rolls in the heat or something.
Yeah. Exactly. We should be far off actually starting the competition. I think we've got a few more runs left for the qualification. 3 minutes until the go. So we have a 20-minute warm up, and then we're kicking in. Okay, so it's going to be Marco Lufen first, Steven Van Broekhoven second, Adrian Bosson third, and then Balls Muller coming in fourth place. And we're hearing he might be going on the foil.
Yeah, I think he will do some moves on the foil.
I mean, he was leading after yesterday. I need to check the scores, but Balls Muller had a 7.38 and a 8.94. The 8.94 was the biggest score of the competition, and he's in the lead by quite some way. So for him to not make the final,
it's gonna be.
It's hard for him not to make the final now. He's kind of made it.
The guys really have to step up, you know. And with 3 chances in towing, it's really not so often that you land all 3 moves like perfectly.
Yeah. So I think we got to say Balls Muller's probably already in that final. So and Adrian Bosson looked like he was going to mix it up there.
Yeah, maybe he wanted to go clue first. I remember Nico Akashan doing towing clue first. Yeah, he wanted to go for the clue first. Yeah.
That has got to be hard in itself, isn't it? One hand on the rope, switch, like ducking the rig one-handed.
Yeah. I think you have to find a way to start clue first.
Yeah.
But, it's not so easy.
And what move would he have gone for if he had have got clue first?
Like clue first F-Laka or clue first punch, something like this. Always upwind moves because you have the wind in the back of your sail. So downwind moves is you have no power in the sail to pull in for a downwind move.
Yeah.
So mainly you do like upwind, like Kulo or also stuff where they are downwind moves, but you first push upwind to get the lift and then turn downwind.
Yeah, that's kind of mad. I can't even imagine. Oh, there he is. He's having another go here.
Yeah.
That looks hard. Fair play though.
I think it's a really nice. It's gonna be really nice, but I don't know how the judges will score it.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like we saw this move coming back in Fuerte as well in the competition. Like Anthony Ruenas was doing it, and I really like it. It looks really stylish if you do it a bit.
If you
Like
get that in the air,
if you can flip the sail in the air, it's a really stylish move.
yeah, I like that. That's it's nice to see, like I say, a bit of variety. And chuck it in, as you say, it's not going to be the best move for the competition,
No.
and that's the problem. We want to
That's a
see.
bit the problem, yeah. I think maybe Sunday we do the final tomorrow, and on Sunday we will do a show. So then you're gonna see a lot of, at least I hope, and I want to do it, like different tries and like enjoy on the water. So
Yeah, no, that'll be interesting. If you don't know the format, we've got 8 riders, 2 heats of 4, with the best 3 from each heat going into a final tomorrow. So 6 riders will be in the final. Only 2 riders going out. Got to feel sorry for the 2 riders that go out, but it's just the way
Yeah.
it goes. It's just the way it goes.
it will be nice to put them also in the final, but you know, it's a competition, and I mean, at the end it's the win. I see it as it's competition, but I still see it as a fun.
Yeah.
It's not my main discipline.
Any cash prizes?
There are cash prizes, so
Cash prizes. So when you get cash prizes, it always gets a bit more serious.
yeah, it gets a bit more serious. You don't want to lose definitely in this.
Yeah, I can see. Okay, it sounds like we're going to have one more, does it? Is that what it sounded like? One more jump before we go into the main competition?
Jeremy one more, but he will be in the second fleet of today.
Okay, so
He's
he's
just-
having a bit of a warm-up because
Yeah.
he wasn't here yesterday, obviously. But he's going to have to nail 2 of his 3 jumps
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
to get into that final.
But as I saw his first move, he didn't land it, but you know, he had a solid rotation, like burner 360 almost in the air. So if he can clean it up a little bit, he will be up there. I mean, in our fleet, so the next fleet, the scores are not so high yet.
I was going to say, this one's actually a harder one to get through, but in the heat he's in,
Yeah.
it's a bit easier, I'd say.
I mean, you never know. There are always people who really surprise you and tow in.
Oh, shh. That was like
Mistimed the wave.
car crash. Oh, that looked like a real big, nasty whiplash. Oh, God, that could have been worse.
Yeah, that could be
The-
really bad for the ankles.
If that nose had have caught then, oh.
Yeah, then you will go straight into the sail. Maybe through the sail.
If you like Car Crash TV, don't forget to stay tuned. If you're going away now, you've got to come back because there will be some of that happening.
Yes, Darwin is also really famous for big crashes. I have seen a lot of them. I have done a lot of them. Like, it's still not really the same as windsurfing, you know. Sometimes the elements just don't help you, you know, with the boat and the winch, and
So we will go into the
you can do some
inverted
proper
order
crashes.
Yeah, I could imagine.
I have also seen.
Vanora, Engadinwind by Dakine. This is the EFPT towing. We're kicking off this morning. We're going into racing this afternoon, and there will be a freestyle foil battle sponsored by MB Boards. So that's what we've got coming up this afternoon. But this morning, well,
Yeah, tell me.
trying to find the best 6 riders to go into a final tomorrow with cash prizes and rankings for the overall, I guess, for the FPT. I heard this is the first ranking free towing event. Austria didn't count because it was a one-off event, apparently. Sam and Steve won that. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Julian
Yeah.
Mass was up
Sam,
there as well.
Julian was there. Steven,
Yeah.
Amado Galito went for like 2 days.
Well, we had Amado here yesterday. He's
Yeah.
obviously moved on now. He's cruising his way through the mountains.
Yeah, he will be almost back in Holland, I think.
Okay, he left yesterday.
Yeah, he left yesterday
Okay.
evening. He was gonna drive a couple of hours and then the rest in the morning. So
Okay.
maybe you can tune in later.
It's actually strangely quite central, this place, isn't it? It depends where you're going, but it's pretty much dead central Europe, isn't it? This?
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty much. If you're going anywhere, it's kind of on the way. sort of. How far are we from the sea here?
Like a solid 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
You-
Well, Lufan, I've got to interrupt you. He has had some of the best crashes so far. So keep your eyes peeled. Oh, that was better.
Whoa.
Nearly double jump by,
Yeah.
like double popped. Just have a look at the replay.
Like, I think for Lufen it's also a little bit hard now. He previously started working and didn't windsurf so much anymore in the days. And you know, towing is everything goes fast. You don't have so much practice runs neither. You know, to get used to it.
And that winch is pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really quick winch, but it's nice. I mean, the driver is good. He does a really good job, I think. I like it, you know, to go fast. If you go fast with the wind, how fast it is better because you can just let go whenever.
You don't slow up. You need the speed, obviously, to
You
have
need
the
the
wind. So,
speed,
yeah.
but if you're too fast, you can let the handle go a little bit quicker and like time your own speed.
Okay. Yeah, so it's also you don't have to duck the rig. You know, you're already in that ducked position.
Yeah.
So then you can kind of feather it, I guess, make sure you've got the right pressure in your sail. So yeah, we should be kicking off pretty soon. Or was that the first run?
I think this was the first run.
Yeah,
actually.
I think you might be right.
Because Lufen was the last yesterday in the qualification, so he's
for the whole competition.
so he was the first one going up.
RIP earphone users. What does that mean? Are we loud? Too loud?
Too loud?
Let
Have
us
a
know.
comment? No-
We've got
no
a comment on YouTube. Bad Devil. Maybe I don't know. You let us know what the issue is. Let's see. Next, Steve Van Broekhoven actually got his best move when he mistimed the wake yesterday.
It's not really mistimed.
No, but you know what I mean.
I was speaking with Steven and he's like, I'm actually better in doing like double pop moves. I said just go before the boat, like just miss the wave by purpose. And that's actually what he did.
That's kind of interesting because I was saying that actually before he did it. I was kind of saying, I remember Van Broekhoven from years ago doing like triple pop moves.
Yeah.
And it was pretty sick. And then actually, weirdly, he did one the next run. So here he goes.
Full speed.
Oh,
Wow.
well, that's pretty solid.
That's a nice one.
So what does that count? Because the landing is difficult. For people out there who've never done towing or seen towing.
But what?
I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, this is like really close to a 720 rotation in the air.
Yeah, there we go. One. And then just tags the nose just on that second. But, I mean, still pretty
Yeah. Before
solid.
the tail touch, he's already in 720. So I think you can count this as a 720 rotation. But still, this was looking really sick. But I think the judges will score it a little bit down because it's not a clean landing, and that's the hard part in towing in the competition.
Ja, mag.
You need to land like standing up on the board.
Yeah, no, it makes sense because that's what they said yesterday. It's like surfing. When you land from a hit or whatever, you have to be in control for at least a little bit before you go down. If it's out of control when you go down, then
I
that's
think
when
that's
you
in
lose
all
points.
windsurfing sports. Like also in normal freestyle, if we do a move and you land and you do 5 meters later, catapult, it counts like a landed move. But if you straight fall,
Yeah, totally. Boss on up next. I mean, he's got some moves. Probably hasn't done much towing for a while, so
No,
maybe just warming up.
no. But I saw now already, like yesterday, like every run he stepped up. You know, like first run was not so good. The second one he had a good spin. Third one he landed perfectly. So, you know, it's just getting in a bit and.
Our boat mic is extremely loud in comparison to the commentary. The boat mic. Does that make sense? Maybe we've got the sound on from the camera on the boat. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Well, thanks for that. Then we will alter that. Bear Devil, saving the ears of people around the world.
Oops.
So let's have a look at some scores.
The earphones again.
We should have live scores. Air double, air funnel from Steve Van Broekhoven coming in at 6.94. I would say that not guarantees him in the final, but it's looking pretty solid.
I mean, yeah, I think it will be enough for top 3 as he has already a 7.19 and a 6.94.
Yeah.
So That's a solid score. He's not so far off balls away.
The only problem is, what I'm struggling to work out is 2 times air funnel and air double air funnel. They're different moves.
Yes.
Okay. Because
Yes.
even though it's a funnel, it's just a different execution of the move.
I don't know why. When they write the double in the front means that you did everything in the air. I don't know
Okay.
why there is written twice air funnel, but I think it's for the judges so they can search on their system at the A for air, all the air moves.
Okay.
It's like a way for the judges to make it easy.
Makes sense.
Like I will call this like air funnel 720 or double air funnel, but you know, it's towing and everyone sees it a different way. Some people say this is a Pasco 720.
Yeah, well, that's what I was like yesterday. I was like, oh, Pasco. And I was like, no, that's... I was like, oh. But then you look at it, you can look at it a few different ways.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
But you know, I think it's fair enough. You know, everyone can see it his own way, and it stays freestyle. You know, it's a freestyle, so you can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want about it.
Ferry. So that's not even windsurfing. It is. It's apparent wind surfing. So you go in at what? How fast are we going? 30?
I think
Quicker.
I think we go quicker.
Yeah, quicker.
I will
So
try to use later the GPS watch.
So you've got wind from the other side of the sail.
Oh! Just mistimed the wave.
It worked well in the practice. I
Yeah.
feel kind of responsible for him doing that because I told everyone this morning, come
Yeah,
on,
but
try something
look,
different.
when he grabs the boom, he gets the rig already against him.
Yeah, then it's over.
He's
That's
still-
the apparent wind hitting.
Yeah. It's like when you let go of the rope, it's like kind of hitting a little bit of wall, you know, like it slows you down so much. It's not like you keep planing for ages. You have like a maximum of like 10 meters and then you have to jump or you have nothing anymore.
Yeah, totally. So I'm going to answer a few questions here because towing, you've got to remember, we're at a beautiful lake. We have some of the best freestylers in the world and we got no wind. But we can do towing, so we can get action pictures, video, we can actually see some sick moves. And like I said, some moves have actually been invented in the towing, which have led to the outside. I'm pretty sure the Pasco came from...
No, Pasco came from back in the days, Golito, and...
Sure it wasn't the towing? I think that's where he did it first.
not sure.
Pretty similar. Well, the similar rotation. It was
Similar,
probably an air
yeah.
funnel, and
Yeah.
then I think brains started going, hang on a minute,
yeah,
we can
yeah,
do
for
that.
sure.
So yeah, I think in that sense, you've got to remember we wouldn't be doing anything. We'd be sitting on the beach. So and we can get some pretty sick images. Like you say, you can actually get better images sometimes.
Yeah, because you have no people on the background. There is no wind. There is
Yeah.
no.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. We're all windsurfing fans.
Yeah.
We would love to be windsurfing.
Definitely,
This is no question.
Windsurfing is priority for sure.
Yes.
But you know, when there is no wind, it's really nice to do it. Like it's a good show because we can come close to people, and for us it's also fun to do. You know, like I like to go fast and spin around in the air, like trying some different stuff, just having fun with friends.
I mean, how can we get the wave bigger? That's what I'm thinking.
I think we need to load up the boat with
Fat
a lot
people.
Yeah, fat people, a lot of beer or something.
Yeah, exactly. Get the weights on. Get the sandbags out. That's what we need. Or some big heavy people. Okay, so leaderboard coming in. Boss on 188. It's not going to be the winning move from him. But he's probably had a look at Lufen's scores and probably
Yeah.
thought, well...
I mean, he has a 7 already, and then the 5.69 is not bad neither. So, you know, he has 2 more chances to upgrade.
Is he on the foil? We're about to find out.
No,
No, he's not. He's back to his normal board. Balls Muller lining up for the towing. He looks like he's got the aggressive face on. Oh! Yeah.
He almost lost even the helmet.
Oh, I like that though. I like to see the mixing up. That's what I mean.
But
Oh,
that's
air Spock.
the danger on towing. You come with so fast and you have no power in the sail. But you know, Balls doesn't care. He just goes.
But that's what we want to see. That's what I want to see
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, just a little bit of mixing it up. It's pretty interesting. So Balls Muller going for the air Spock, obviously.
Yeah, an air Spock.
Air Spock. Everyone likes an air Spock. I mean,
No,
he's probably not far off pulling it.
No,
You know,
no.
it's come down to
I
just
mean-
small
We have seen doing Adam Sims doing like double sparks and spakulos. So I think air spark, with the right timing, and maybe not if you try it the first time in competition, is maybe not the best idea, but you never know. Bals is such a talent. He brings moves up, we will never think about.
Yeah. Yes, totally.
Like with his cheese roll, like his trademark cheese roll, he's doing it for so long, and I personally tried a lot, and I still don't understand the move at all.
Yeah.
Like he's like jumping like totally.
You got to
over
throw
the
your
ring.
weight. Yeah, you got to throw your weight over the mast, and that's kind of what does the rotation. And then the back of the sail flips you around, but it's pretty weird. Like
Like I understand the cheese roll, like a normal cheese roll, but how Bals does it looks so amazing, and it's like the only one. I don't see anyone else doing it that way.
And he does it off chop. He can do it low, like super low.
I think he almost can do it on flat water.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good old move. I'd love to actually see if we can get people to work that out. We've got to put the smiles on. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That's how we're looking here. We're like rock radio. Right, what have we got next? We have got, let's have a check.
Marco Luffen again, coming up.
No, here he is. Now, he hasn't really nailed anything just yet. So, he's got 2 moves left. If he needs to get into this final...
I think he shouldn't push too hard and go, like, safe and 2 clean moves. It will give him a chance to get in.
Yeah. He needs to be somewhere at least in the 5s. It's got to be in the 5s.
Even a bit more, I think, because...
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be at least to give himself a chance. If he's not in the 5s...
Wow. But he has a really, really good rotation, like...
It's kind of off axis, isn't it? It's kind of like really...
I think he gets the body a little bit out of balance because of the really fast rotation he has.
I mean, just from an amateur, me, watching, it looks like the sail back wins and pushes him more than a few of the other guys.
But it's Luffen's style in windsurfing as well. When he does pascals, he is also in that way, and he managed to land really, really sick pascals that kind of way, like this style he does it now. But I just don't think it works in tow-in, as you have to really land straight up.
Yeah, you can't get away with anything unless you land on top of the board. You're going to be struggling because you can't. That wind can't get you out of trouble. So there we go. It looks like Luffy won't be making that final. A 10, it would be. No, still wouldn't be.
With a 10, he will not make it.
No, so it looks like we've lost him.
Luffy is gonna be the first loser.
Yeah, but I mean, it does mean the other boys can now just have a free for all and a bit of super session.
It's not sure if they really make out the scores, but I guess so.
I mean, but they don't need. They're looking at the scores now.
No, they don't need it, but they are sitting on the other side.
Can they? Because it's only top 6. It's not 3 and 3. That's a good question. I didn't realise. I thought it was 3 from this one and 3 from the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, so so those guys.
Yeah, but I mean the 3 other guys, Bal, Steven, and Bosson, they don't know the scores.
Okay, someone go and tell them, because then we might see some funky old moves. Oh, we're gonna see it anyway. We've got Balls
we
Muller.
have Balls Muller in this,
Yeah, that sounds like it is for sure. If you're tuning in, we're here for the Van Ora Engadinwind by Dakine. This is the EFPT tow-in. Obviously, there's no wind, so we can't go windsurfing. So we're doing apparent wind surfing. That's what we're doing. A bit of towing. We've seen triple move from Van Bronckhorst. Kind of his trademark when he first did the towing.
Yeah.
Back on that old rodeo F2.
When he was back in Gastra F2.
Yeah.
But I have to say, now Steven on gun sails and starboard, in looking in Fuerte with his new board, really give him back that style from back in the days. And I think that is his best style. And maybe the best style of everyone. Like, my personal...
no, he looked really on good form in Furta, that is obviously for sure. And confidence will be getting higher as well. Here he is, Steve Van Bronckhorst.
Full speed. And he... Wow, air funnel burner.
There you go.
That was a good timing, because he timed the air funnel before the wave. This was the idea we had yesterday as well.
And then hit the wave.
And then hit the wave for the burner. Looks like he cannot do anything anymore, but then he gets the wave.
That's sick.
It was still a solid burner.
Yeah. No, we like that. We like that. And that's a little bit different. That's kind of what we want to see. Just people kind of freestyling, you know,
Yeah.
giving it the full freestyle. So, you know, does a move into the wave for the second move to get the pop. That's kind of how I was trying to do my moves when I tried freestyle. I can't do them off flat water, so I need to time it so I hit the wave. But it's actually bloody hard. You boys make it look easy. Just timing to hit a wave when you duck in the rig. Blows my brain.
Yeah, but it stays hard, you know. We windsurf like the whole year through, and you know, you keep making mistakes and you keep doing the same things. The timing, I think timing is like the most important of all the moves. You have this in freestyle, you have this in wave. Like, if you don't have a right timing, you will never do the move right.
Yeah, too right.
So,
Who's
waiting
up
for the
next?
scores.
Yeah, we'll wait for the scores, and we've got Bosson, I guess, next.
Also, yep.
Adrian Bosson. Tried his clue first, sort of air flacker before, but it didn't quite work.
Air funnel burner, 7 points.
7.
That's solid.
It's solid, but I just want to see higher scores. But they did
Yeah, but-
explain to me the system. The problem is there's basically only one move or something that can score a 10. Or, you know, a couple of moves because it's technical difficulty times by the landing. So that could have got a 10.
But
from-
the landing was not.
Yeah.
But I also don't think it was the best air funnel burner. I mean,
No.
it was really cool that he timed it with a wave. But I think without wave, he will do a much better air funnel burner.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and find out. You might get another opportunity. But we've got Bosson up next. He's been a bit unlucky this year. I've got to be honest. I think
Yeah.
he's sailing so well in the outside. We've seen him on the Pedalway. I've not seen much on the FPT. I've not been following it as
He
much.
only did actually the Lanzarote.
Okay. But he just seems to me, he's had really amazing heats. It's just the person in his heat has just pipped him
Yeah,
and also
yeah.
had an amazing heat.
Yeah.
It's like any other heats he'd have been in, he
Yeah,
probably would
Bonaire,
have...
it started with Kiri, and I mean, he won that heat, but you know,
And then had Amado in the double.
Armado
and,
the double, like, yeah.
And the same thing, I think, in Furta. He had Runes in the single,
Yeah.
who had a over whatever it was, 160 point score.
Yeah.
And then in the double, he must have had a solid one as well. Maybe you. Did he have you? No?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I did too many heats in Puerto, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was pretty harsh. But he's sailing good. That's
No,
kind of my
he had-
point.
No, I think he had Anthony in the double, maybe.
He had Anthony in the single.
In the single.
Yeah, he could have had Guito.
Maybe.
Or maybe Guito. I think it was, because it was a rerun of the final.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was it. He had Guito. Which, I mean,
Brilliant.
he had D'Amato in Bonaire in the double and Guito in the double in... I mean, those two, they are hard. They are not easy competitors. Here we go. Boss on.
But even them, they had a bit of unluck in the competition. I mean, they both also had, when they sailed to each other, they were so stressed both in Fuerte. That was a bit an upset.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna see Bosson. I wonder if he's gonna try the blue first again, or maybe take it safe and then maybe the third round go
Yeah.
for something crazy
Oh,
again.
he looks like he might. No,
Nah,
he's
nah.
going to go safe. Here we go. Boss on. Well, if that's safe, that kind of is the move. A little bit out of control on the landing,
Yeah.
would you say? I mean, that's what the judges are looking at. Would, you know, the wind have changed things? That's kind of what they said to me yesterday.
Yeah, because now you have no power anymore.
Yeah,
like
nothing.
the moment you land, you have no power anymore. So when you will have a bit of wind, you can balance yourself off the wind. You can lean forward and the wind will push
And
you
you can
up.
stop it to keep spinning.
Yeah,
know,
you
to
can
stop
stop.
it spinning to wind your sheet in or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
That's also a thing in tow-in. Once you take off, it's kind of impossible to stop. Like we saw yesterday, Steven stopped the air funnel, but then he just drops out the air and doesn't really make a good move from it.
Yeah.
Like stopping is really hard because you don't have a wind direction.
Yeah.
It's a bit better when you have a little bit wind direction with tow-in.
Well, it's all about rotational speed on the takeoff. You've
Yeah.
got to set that, and you've got to get the height for your rotational speed. So there's a little bit of a, you know, and then sometimes it's kind of easier to land and do that extra spin.
Yeah.
And then as you're spinning that second one, I guess, get up on top of the board and try and control
Yeah,
it. as-
try to spin the second one really straight up. It's like, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Bal's just went like completely like normal, you know. He even spinned another 360 behind it. But I think he's so used now with the toe in to have no power in the sail to balance it with his foiling that, yeah.
Yeah, I think if anyone's got it, Bulls Muller has got it.
He got everything. It doesn't matter what you give him, you know. So long as it has something to do with extreme sport, he's there.
Yeah, for sure. He's pushing the limits, and here he is, Bulls Muller, in his home country. He looks so aggressive when he's coming in. He doesn't look like Balls. He's like, he's looking. Oh, it's big.
Whoa. You hear the impact of the takeoff of the wave.
I mean, he got some height on the first one there, just the way. I mean, that's.
It's because he's windsurfing without harness lines.
Jeez.
But that was a really sick rotation. It's a bit more radical than yesterday. Like you see in the second rotation, the top almost touches the water.
Yeah. If it had touched, would it have made a difference? Or would it have?
It made a difference for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Also for us to laugh a bit.
Because it was close. That was fully down.
Yeah.
That was almost like tweak push loop style.
Yeah.
It was near enough hitting the water. Good to see the boys going off. So we've
But
got.
he loves a good crash, you know. Balls he's prepared for it.
Yeah. Well, we got 3 more runs coming through.
So Marco Lufen.
One more run. Sorry, one more run from all 4 riders. Luffy is going to be up first.
Hey, he can just have a fun run now, you know. Show that what he's worth, you know. Because I think he got unlucky in the last runs he all did. As he didn't win so much. He didn't do toe in yet this year. So
What's he doing now? He's working.
he's working, I think, for Mercedes in Munich.
Okay.
So he's not even close to the water. It's like an internship, I think, for like a year or something.
Okay. So he's going to be driving around in some sort of like S-class. Well, I don't know what the class is now.
I don't know. I think he's just working for it. So I think he has to work for his S-class then.
We got Max Grass saying wind usually does not come until around lunchtime. That's probably about right, isn't it?
Yeah.
12 o'clock starts to come in from the thermic direction, which is usually the south wind, I guess. Is it south?
Yeah. This is south.
South wind comes up the valley. And that is when we will be kicking into the foil racing. It's the IFCA World Championships for foiling. So it's a big one. We had the Dutch guy, the Zoolander as we're calling him, absolutely killed it yesterday. Had 3 wins out of 5 and then 2 third places. So he is really on his game at the moment. Big fellow as well. Steve Allen, old school master, still in it. He's in 2nd place. And then Julian Bontemps, obviously the medalists, Olympic medalist, turning his way into the foiling. I mean,
these people have the experience for this course racing. So good. Like, I think this foil racing and course racing, timing and really you have to see it the right directions to go. Like, I couldn't do it, you know.
You could, Janto. You could. We know you could.
No,
I want to see Bulls Muller race.
Such a talent on the foil.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the speed like the guys, but he goes on his freestyle sail on the small board, like almost the same upwind than them. Like,
Just check the drone. Sorry.
That's impossible. You see Steven, he's now in the toe in. He's coming, I think.
Yeah.
No, Marco Lufen.
Luffy. Come on, Luffy. Last chance saloon. Needs a 10. Oh, just caught the edge on that second.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to make the final, but he's definitely given us some entertainment this last couple of days. He's had some of the biggest crashes. I think he might win the crash of the week.
You can make a Sunday of Lufen.
You definitely could.
Maybe you should do a toe-in edition, Marco Lufen.
Only, yeah. I think we're in. Definitely.
I mean, yesterday Balls had also amazing crash in warm-up. Like his first run he did. He just ejected from the gear.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so we got 3 riders that are guaranteed in the final now. So they can try what they like.
Yeah.
It won't make any difference. We just, as long as they know that, I think they probably do know that by now. They know they're going to be guaranteed in the final. So we will see maybe them cut loose a little bit, try something with a bit of variety, which would be nice.
Also, maybe tries again the double spin like a burner or something. Steven, I think, gonna keep it a little bit safe as he later is also doing the foil racing. So for him, it's a long day.
He's been doing pretty good in the foil racing as well.
He's really good. I think he just missed maybe a little bit of like experience, but he's really good in the foiling. I think, like if he does a few more of this competition to learn it, he will be up there as well.
Yeah.
And then we have Bals Muller. You know, from him you never can expect what. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what he's going to do. He doesn't know what he's going to do.
No,
I'm sure of it.
I think he decides like last minute. I mean, like a lot of us freestylers, we decide last minute. It's like how you approach the wave and how you feel with the sail.
I'd like to see another air spock. I mean, if he makes the air spock, I wonder if it can score a 10, because it should do. But the problem is it on the list as that? Probably not.
I think this is a bit the problem with the live scoring with Towin, because like easier moves get much harder,
Yeah.
and the system is not really at
Some of the racing from yesterday. I mean, look at the drone. It's a crazy drone.
I think the drone flyers were amazing yesterday.
I mean, I've talked about ninja pilots before, but this guy on this racing drone, it goes at 130 kilometers an hour.
Look how he's following the...
Look at the speed of it.
Um,
It's pretty insane. It is pretty insane.
seen some shots of yesterday.
Yeah. Just the speed, just the way he can just
Look.
turn it.
Balls is holding the sail already for Steven. It stays dry.
No one likes a wet sail. Here we go. Van Broekhoven from Belgium. Third in the world at the moment. What's he got in the toe in?
Air funnel.
Oh, took a nasty landing there. Sometimes it just stops when they land and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Take off the whip, pop before.
Yeah.
And it just,
This timing is really, really hard. Because you're behind the winch. You don't know exactly where the boat is going. So it's really hard. But a lot of respect he tries it. And I think like F1 burners is one of his favorite moves to do. In windsurfing, in tow in. So
what's your favourite move in freestyle?
I have a lot of favorite moves. It's really depending where I'm sailing.
Okay, off a little wave, port tack.
Port tack, little wave, I like to do shifties, pascals. And just the old big shaka is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like
Shaka's one of the coolest feeling moves,
the
isn't
feeling moves, but I think also looking, you know, when you see pictures of it, it always looks really, really nice.
it? Yeah, when you get that downwind float just
Yeah.
drifting across, it does look pretty sick.
But then I like to change it up with like doing really big shakas and try to land a bit like a backloop style, like nose first, so you
Yeah.
do like the full 360.
Yeah, they look good actually, the nose down.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing Bubble doing them years ago actually, and I was
Yeah,
thinking,
it's not.
he was, I just remember thinking, how is he doing that? And like I say, he's coming down like a backy.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. You can't do the shaka in the toe-in.
No, not really.
No, because you can't. I was just trying to think.
I think you will like do a good face plant. Because if you push the sail down,
It won't come back up.
no.
Yeah, good point. Okay, who we got next? Bosson, and then we've got Muller. So 2 riders left.
And I should go in my wetsuit.
Yeah, you're going to come up in the next.
Yeah,
And
I
next
will
round?
watch this 2 rounds and then I go in the suit as we anyway warm up.
There we go. Camera boys. Having it. Bosson, what's he got? Adrian Bosson. Oh,
He also has a lot of different moves in his bag. Like he's also a really good wave sailor.
Yeah, he's got some moves. He's got a nice double on him as well.
Double,
Got,
one-footed backy,
backies, yeah.
one-hand backy, starboard tack and port tack.
Yeah, really all-rounded sailor.
Yeah, really, really talented.
Got his own windsurfing school, I think, down south
Yeah.
of France.
Le Brusque, La
Pretty
Carte.
cool.
Yeah, he spent a lot of his time there at home teaching, but you know, when you live at a spot, you teach. He can go windsurfing as they have quite a lot of wind in south of France and a lot of different conditions where he's living.
Okay, here we go. Adrien Bosson. Last move of the qualification for him. And it's big.
Boom.
It's big. I nearly had the no-hander at the end. Had some travel on that.
Yeah, he got a lot of forward speed on this
Yeah.
one.
Wow.
It's high, but not the highest one, but so much traveling forward.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was pretty cool. And
It
the
is really
landing,
nice.
how do they mark the landing? Because oh yeah,
Nah.
kind of got away from him.
You know, he's still like moving forward and falls. So I think if you really stand still and then you fall, they maybe score it still as clean. This is not gonna be 100% clean. But the rest of the move was looking really sick.
Well, we'll see for the scores. Like I say, these guys have already qualified, so it's
Yeah,
not a
they're just
problem.
having fun.
Just having a little go. We've got Bulls Muller up next, just waiting for that score to come in from Bosson. But he will be in the next round. We're relaxing in the office. Yes, this is how it's looking right now.
Nice and warm inside here.
It is, isn't it?
Outside is not too bad neither now.
Sun's out. I mean, it gets cold here pretty quickly.
Yeah, when the clouds come over the sun, the temperature changes really, really quickly over here.
Yeah. So, wait for that score to drop in. Has it dropped in? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. It will come in. Sure of it.
Maybe they're watching the replay, you know, to see how the landing will score, and that's nice in tow-in as it takes a little bit longer. The judges have time to re-watch the moves and adjust the scores. 5-0.
Yeah, 5-0-6. So it doesn't change his score.
It doesn't really matter for him. He made it to the final, and
Yeah.
tomorrow it's gonna be the day.
One running left. Bulls Muller.
That's always interesting.
Okay, who can predict what he's going to do?
Nobody.
Nobody.
You have to be really a wizard.
Go on, have a go. You got to make a prediction.
A prediction. I just want to say I think he might want to try a cheese roll again. But as it's not really possible, as he tried it yesterday.
Is it not possible though? I think it is.
It is, but I don't know. Not the way he did it yesterday.
No. As he's probably analysed it a little bit though.
Yeah.
He must have looked at it.
He
and gone,
likes to watch videos and
Starting in the straps.
yeah, he has a bit with the sail on the beach so it stays dry.
On the foil.
No, he doesn't has the foil board.
Okay, he's ready. Jesus. Bulls Muller.
Yeah.
Oof. Some
He
whip.
loves the Pascos, like air funnels and Pascos. This way of rotation he really, really likes. Like when I met Balls back in the days when we were like 16, he was doing air funnel burners and
Yeah, you can see that racing drone as we go through. It's interesting. I remember when I first met him. I think I was saying this yesterday in Silt, and there was this guy with a helmet. And I was thinking, who's this nutter? And
Yeah.
then I was thinking, oh, he's probably just making up the numbers. And then he went out and he learnt to Pasco in about half an hour. I think that was
Yeah.
in Silt where he did it. 'Cause
I
I
met
remember-
him in Le Cat with like 40 knots, like the place what he likes, you know. And yeah, he was ripping already then. I was just learning like scopus, like learning, and he was doing air funnel burners and all the moves already that time. Like I don't know, it's like 8 years ago or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
He's such a talent. All right,
Okay,
I'm
man.
gonna go in the suit and.
Cheers, dude. Thanks for joining us. So there we go. Jensel Cares, European champ, first in the world, joint first in the world with Joop Smit. Joop Smit has actually just damaged his knee, so advantage Jensel Cares for the world title as well. Could this be? Well, it already is. Jensel Cares this year. Could he top it off with a world title as well? That would be a big, big year. For Mr. Cares, wouldn't it? So next up, we've got another 4 riders. I think we're going to take a short break. We might just pump out the highlights, I think, from yesterday or something, just to give you a bit of an idea of what we had going on, because obviously it's a full day here. It's not just about this towing. We've got the Foil World Championships, the IFCA Foil World Championships, that was going on, and hopefully we're going to get enough wind for that foil expression session, the MB battle. So all that's coming up. Before we join in, we can have a look at yesterday's highlights.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to the 2019 Engadinwind. This year, it's all about Foilmania.
Living the moment till I die, and I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try, and I'm gonna chase it.
The morning provided glassy conditions, the perfect opportunity for towing freestyle. So the best in the world took to the winch and threw down huge moves.
Fire in the veins, I fight to gain, breaking all the rules to keep me sane. Living the moment till I die, and I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. And I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try, no matter how hard we try.
Insane action gave way to some incredible windsurfing, as those experienced on the foil took to the water for some high-flying tactical racing. And that's just day one. We've got 3 more days to go. Plenty of action to watch. You want to see it live? You can check our social channels for more. Stay tuned.
We try.
Okay, so there we go. That was the highlights from yesterday. And now we're on to day 2 for the Vanora Engadinwind by Dakine. And we are in with the EFP towing. Just doing a warm-up for the second round. Obviously, we've got 4 more riders in it. They were in the first heat yesterday. We've got the new up-and-coming Leonard Neubauer. Looking pretty good yesterday. I think he's ranked up in second place at the moment. We've got Jentel Kers, who we're just talking about now, European champ this year, heading the way on the world title as well. We've got Ricardo Marca, who I think he's going to want to step up the pressure today. And then Jeremy Plus, who was a no-show yesterday, has turned up late. He's got 3 runs. He needs to nail 2 moves. Everything is possible, but it's not going to be easy for Plus. He can't really afford any mistakes. So, yeah, that is how we're looking. Like I say, they're just having, what, a 20-minute warm-up I think we're going to have. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to the interview with Balls Muller. If you tuned in yesterday, you might have already seen it, but it's definitely worth seeing. This is another 2,000 metres higher at the top of the glacier, pretty much. Adam Sims, Balls Muller, having a bit of a chat.
Living the moment till I die, and I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. And I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. And I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. No matter how hard we try, no matter how hard we try.
Okay,
So we caught up here with Bals Muller, Swiss freestyler and foil styler, at the top of the at the top of the core patch. We saw him and just caught him practicing his yodeling.
Oh yeah.
Bals, what do you make of this place? You're back again. I mean,
hey, the air is so fresh. I mean, every breath you take, you feel the snow, the ice around, and this epic Alp scenery. No, it's awesome being up here again. I mean, we just felt snowflakes before, and I mean it's midsummer Switzerland and freezing cold.
yeah, I mean we're extremely high up. It's 10,000 feet, 3,300 meters,
Yeah.
and the lake is down just behind us. Bals, are you looking forward to the competition?
Oh yeah, I'm actually nervous being up here because I saw 2-3 kite fallers already blasting over the lake. No, can't wait to get back down there and blast on my wings and send it.
Cool. And I mean, you're going to be taking part in actually this new discipline. I mean, new discipline. You've been like at the forefront of it. Foil styling, the freestyling on the foil. When was the first time you started that, and how did it go?
Actually, it was 2 years here, and just the other day I was watching back, and the last 2 years the progress we made was insane. I mean, from the gear which is not breaking anymore to actually landing moves, fully planing on the wing. It's actually quite scary what's still going to happen in the close future. I mean, these days there are probably like 5 or 6 guys doing moves on the wings. And I think in 2 or 3 years we're not going to call it windsurfing anymore, we're going to call it wind foiling. I mean, it's taking over, especially here in Switzerland. I mean, at a place like here, we're so high up, the wind actually doesn't feel so strong because the wind strength is much thinner as the air is super thin, up on 1,800 meters. So with the foil we're blasting every day, and I mean, this year I've been so much sailing. Like, I mean, I've been almost every day on the water and freestyling, so normal fin surfing I've been 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, we can see you're making a lot of progression on the foil. I mean, you're also ripping it in the normal freestyle without the foil. What's the main like differences between that when you go on the water now after like 2 years of practice? How is that different, and how do you apply maybe what you learn in one to the other?
It's for sure the biggest progress were the new foils, which are much easier to sail. I mean, at first foiling is super hard. It's super tricky to stand on the wing and actually control the wing. And now these days it's just I can close my eyes and I'm foiling super smooth with my new wings and foils, and that's a big difference. And it makes me, it just offers so many opportunities to actually send it on the foil, and you're flying out the orbit once you get this lift from the wings. You get much more pop compared to normal windsurfing. I mean, out of flat water these days it's possible to do backflips and front flips.
It's crazy, man.
It's
crazy what you're doing.
And you get so much lift. I would say compared to fin surfing, you get like 2.5-3 meter more lift, which is insane.
So what's the craziest move you've done then on the foil?
I think it's still the shifty, which still scares me because it's a hard rotation, and you actually get a lot of lift out of the wings, but you don't have the sail power. And for this move you sort of need the sail power, but in foiling I'm like this, I'm like holding the boom like this, and there's no sail power. I'm flying in 10 knots wind, which is like 0 wind, and that's the biggest difference to normal windsurfing. So it needs quite a bit of adaptation there, because you're actually sailing way more sensitive. So the double air cooler and double air burn is getting closer and closer, which is a scary rotation.
We've heard rumours, huh?
Let's hope we get some good wind here, and then
we can show some of it.
Oh yeah, and I mean I'm also freaking scared of those foil wings, as they're, I mean my wing is like a kitchen knife. You easily can cut tomatoes with it. And also faces.
I mean, they can get you back pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah. I heard our cameraman had a go on a foil, and a jet foil, and
had a little scrape yesterday, near miss. Cool, pals. So, what about the other people, the guys who are also doing it? There are other guys doing it. Your brother.
Yeah, my brother is actually. My brother gets to a point where each session I'm scared from him because he's not able to do those air scope boosts like big moves in normal windsurfing. And now with the foil he starts sending it, he gets way bigger and way higher than normal windsurfing. And I'm just scared that he loses his strap and one day gonna end up on the wing. And
Like you have.
like I did, yeah. But no, I mean, and on the other hand, Rohan, Michael Neff, he's only foiling. I mean, and he makes so big progress. I mean, the last 2-3 months he was landing kulos and trying burners and whatever on the foil. He's not able to doing it in normal windsurfing. So no one can tell me it's impossible to do moves with a foil.
So we've got Jack Norris and Raw Ham, but what about like people in the freestyle fleet? Are there any of the guys coming up and trying?
I mean, we got Steven and Jentel up here, and it's
they're both going to try?
I hope so. It's my project to get them on the foil doing tricks, but it's been a hard time. I mean, I'm trying to motivate them. I've been training all winter with them. I've been flying, blasting every day on my foil, and they've been windsurfing normal. I don't know what it needs to actually motivate them. Because
where would you actually? That's a good idea. Like where would you say for someone who just wants to start it?
Yeah.
Like what would you say to do? What's the first thing?
Just don't be scared of the wings and send it into a back loop. Just go into your straps and you're flying. You drop a bit down. Don't touch the surface, but just fly down, and then you pop up like a normal back. You push the back leg and you fly out the water, and you end up being 2.5-3 meters above the surface doing a backflip rotation. It's not that hard to land. I mean, it's for sure gonna happen these next years.
Yeah, I mean, there's more people trying and trying. Yeah. What would you say is the world's hardest move?
Yeah, we're gonna see. Maybe people gonna walk up the Mount Everest and trying the highest ever kulo in windsurf history. No, I think the highest windsurf moves will happen here this week, because the progress we did in wind foiling was never as crazy as the past weeks. Every session I call my best session lately, which is insane because every day it's progressing.
It's crazy. Yeah?
It's progressing like hell.
Cool. So, Bells, there's rumours of the double air burner on the foil.
It's a 720 rotational windsurfing, and actually it's this move been in my head for years already. I think it's 3 or 4 years we're trying this move in normal windsurfing. And I never got the lift and the pop for the spin and rotation. And now with the foil, suddenly it's happening. It's getting there. I mean, I got spins which were already 720 fully in the air, and I think 900 will be possible as well, which is a lot of spin, a lot of rotation.
A lot of air rotation, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. And so what about regular stance as well? Is that, do you find that harder between switch and regular, or is it?
Actually, the switch stance is like the rotation when you push the sail against the wind, backwind, feel more natural, because you can control it easier on the landing because you push the sail again into the wind. Regular stance, it's harder because you're backwinded and you twist it with your body, but it's gonna happen for sure. It's just a matter of time, and I think it's a matter of for sure they're gonna be a small Japanese or Chinese kid doing those quad triples quite soon.
Quad
corks or whatever. I mean, the question is not to try it, the question is to land it, and that's the point. I mean,
well,
everyone can send it.
We see you are. So awesome. Thanks very much, Pels Muller. We'll see you on the water.
In the water.
Back to the studio.
Okay, so we're back in, and we should be kicking off pretty soon. Is this the first run? Jeremy Ploos, the Swiss drummer, has been spending a bit of time in Greece. We're just going to find out if this is his first run. If it is, it's a big one. He's in the game, isn't he? Is that the first run? Have we got confirmation? If it is, that is the way Ploos needed to kick things off, because that's big and it's clean. The landing, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Ploos, he's got 3 runs to get himself in the game, so he couldn't afford any mistakes, and that is the way he needed to start. If that was one of his warm-up runs, he's going to be pretty gutted. If that was his first run, he's going to be pretty excited, I reckon. And he's going to put the pressure on Ricardo Marca. And Leonard Neubauer as well. Neubauer, I should say. Still struggle to pronounce that name. Apparently I say it wrong every time. Neubauer.
I think so.
I thought so too, but when I said it on the camera, he looked at me like, no, it is not correct. Well, no scores in yet, so maybe it was a practice run. No, surely not. We're 20 minutes, 5 minutes past 11. That's got to be a counting run. Dun, dun, dun. Still waiting for the scores to drop. Jeremy Pluce comes from the same hometown as Bulls Muller. They're breeding crazy windsurfers up there. That's what they're doing. There's a few coming from up. Well, I don't know what the name of the place is actually. It's, I will figure it out. No score coming through though. Yeah, it could still be a warm-up. That'll be a bit of gutting, I reckon, for Pluce, because that was a solid score. And Jeremy's actually not going back to the starting area. He's drifting out on the boat. Starting up the winch. So we're going to see another hit. Yentel Cares up next. So it looks like we're still in the warm-up stages. But like I say, Jeremy would have took that any day of the week. Here he is, European champ, going switch. So it's actually regular stance, because you've got to remember he's back-winded, so it's already flipped the rig. So we might see a culo. Double culo. Double air culo. Is that what we're seeing here? Double air culo, yeah. Well, that's as big as you can get on the outside. And that is, oh, that is pretty solid.
Pretty much had that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 clean rotations. Obviously, the landing is going to be difficult with no wind, but that's 2 full rotations. Really nice to see that. A little bit mixing it up as well, but got the pop, got the height. This is just a warm-up. We are still warming up for the qualification runs. We've got Yentel Cares, Leonard Neubauer. We've got Ricardo Marker and Jeremy Pluce. Jeremy Pluce on the boat there, you can see. Van Ora on the sticker on his sail, one of the main sponsors of the Engadinwind this year, as well as Dakine. All stepping up. Dakine actually sponsors the Engadin Snow, which is their winter event they have up in the mountains, 2,000 meters higher than we are now. And they've come on for the summer edition. So that's really good to see Dakine stepping up. All right, so how long have we got till we kick off the main show? Shouldn't be long now. It's interesting. Some of the guys don't really like to warm up. They're kind of like, no, I'll just save it for the show. Stephen Van Broekhoven is kind of one of those guys, sort of a bit like Jeremy Pluce, like, we just wasted that move. How many moves can you do? You know, some people like the practice. Some people just think, well, I'm just going to stick it in the competition.
I used to really like the practice.
Yep.
It was really nice to be able to practice, and then as you start to be able to learn the moves a bit more, then I was kind of pretty happy actually just to save it. And I started to realise I did make my biggest move on the first run sometimes, and stuck it, and I was super disappointed later because I was like, I don't want to do it again. You know?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. So it's kind of like you used up your thing. You're like, oh no, it's done. Here we go. Go in regular stance for Neubauer. Let's get him in the shot. Here he is. Maybe you're going to try the culo. Oh, spots it, but doesn't quite get the landing.
He wanted to go further on the rotation.
Yeah. He wanted a bit more. Next one counts. Next run. The next person. That is correct. We've just been told by the big man, Tom Hartman, that we will be, the next one will be the starting run. So I guess it's going to be Jeremy Pluce up first. as he was ranked number 4 yesterday, so out of a qualifying position. He really has only got to get more than 6, but obviously that figure will change because Ricardo Marca, we're expecting a few more bigger moves than him, but he's the man under pressure because he hasn't really got anything above a 3.25 at the moment, Ricardo Marca. So Ricardo Marca will be having one eye on Jeremy Ploos, and from what we've seen from Jeremy today, he's definitely in with a shout, but he's got to throw down the moves in the competition. If he doesn't do that, it's not going to count. What have we got? We got a few things coming in. Hans Peters on there. Hi Ben. Hi mate. We've got Chen saying cool. David is on there. David Diash. We've got John Siddle. Great interview with balls on the foiling. So much fun flying on a wing. I'd agree with that. I need a winch too. No wind here. Yeah, I think we all need a winch, don't we? All need a winch. Magical winch that just follows us around.
The guy who built this one, I built one for me.
Yeah, really?
It's the one we took up to Norway. So.
Okay, so he can build a winch. If you need a winch, there's a man sitting on that winch out there who can build it. It's kind of like a cool thing. You can do a few things with a winch, can't you?
Yeah, I mean...
He said when he goes out in the snow, he takes the rope up, ties it to a tree, and then just throttles up and then gets the winch up a hill.
Yeah, he does.
What does he do on the way down? Just sits on it.
So just skis it down.
Yeah, that's pretty...
He's a crazy guy. He's one of those guys that just builds a lot of things and does a lot of fun projects. Super cool to be around.
So you can winch in the snow. There we go. First run, Jeremy Ploos was a no-show yesterday. He's turned up late. He's got 3 runs, 2 runs to count. Can he make it to the final? One guy will be missing out from 4. Will it be him? Not with moves like that, it won't. Not with moves like that. Jeremy Ploos is on form. Like I say, late entry into this competition, but opening up with a super clean beauty, mate. Bloody beauty. So that's going to come in, I would guess, around the 7s, is it? Hans Peter says, what's the prognosis? When will the wind come through? The wind is usually coming through around 12, 1 o'clock. That's when the wind fills in. That's when we switch to foil racing. We've got the IFCA World Championships in foil racing. It's one event. Winner will be the IFCA World Champion. So it's quite a big deal. Obviously, the Dutchman yesterday, the Zoolander, Op Dan Zeeland is leading. Absolutely killed it yesterday. So we'll be looking out for him. Steve Allen right up there as well, keeping it on for the old boys. We've got a few more runs in this tow-in. Jeremy Ploos was first up and pretty much nailed it. We're waiting for his score to drop in. I mean, probably, well, as I was saying, 7s. It won't be maybe in the 7s. I thought it might be, just touching. But it depends. The landing was good. That's why I think it could just be in there. What was it? Air Funnel 360? Give you an idea of Air Funnel 360s coming through. Jeremy Ploos, 681. Yeah, not far of a 7. That was Air Burner 360. Gone down as, due to that angle of sail. Straight in now. Ricardo Marca needs to up his game because he's already been overtaken by Jeremy Ploos. 2 scores that he's got does not add up to 1 score of Jeremy Ploos. So Ricardo Marca needs to step it up. Oh, and he does. Oh, we give it the old one-hander. The rig came up a little bit out of control, but actually looked good. Bomb. There we go. Hand up to say I'm in control, but am I in control? I don't know. You can see that little racing drone flying around. Even in slow-mo, it looks fast. It's 130 kilometers an hour that thing flies at. I cannot believe that. You have to see it in real life to really... Oh, you've watched it on the video. Obviously, you watched it on the video. But just watching it do its thing in real life and the guy on the beach doing it, he's like about an 18-year-old kid just with some pink goggles on, just in his own world, just having a right laugh, flying around 130 kilometers round foil racers yesterday. It was insane. So Marca waiting for his score to drop. short freestyle. Let's have a look. I'll show you that drone in action. So there you go. There were some shots from yesterday. Because 3 riders will get through to the final. As you can see at the moment, Jeremy Ploos is now missing out. 5-8-1 coming in from that last move from Ricardo Marca. So Ploos is going to need to have another solid score if he's going to jump back ahead of Ricardo Marca. He's only scoring 1 move at the moment. He's going to need at least a 2.3, I guess. And that will give him the score. Yeah, 2.3 would definitely give him the score. He can have a little bit less, but not much. And here we go. This is Leonard Neubauer. German, but living obviously over in Greece. Up and coming talent. He's already won the Young Guns part of the EFPT. And here he goes, going regular stance. Back-winded, wants the culo probably. Trying to step it up. Let's go early. He's going to slow down quite a lot, but yeah, he kind of just lost a little bit of speed as he went into that culo. Still a nice rotation and good to see. Good to see a bit of variety. We like that. We like that a lot. So let's see what the judges think.
I guess the guys were pretty keen with their runs yesterday and throwing a bit of variation today, which is quite nice to see. Those culos. What else do you reckon? Maybe Jensel gets that double air culo.
Yeah, I think we've already seen Jensel in the warm-up double air culo. I mean, that is pretty impressive. I'd love to see what the judges are going to score it. We can never tell until it comes in. They want to see landed moves, though. Ricardo Marca, air funnel 540 plus 360. So I'm guessing he's going around pretty much. So yeah, there we go. We are in Silvaplana. Yeah, we're in Switzerland, Silvaplana Lake. This competition is pretty much it is the longest running windsurfing competition in the world. It's been going for 42 years continuously. Every year the event has been put on. There's not always had the wind, but the event has been on every year for 42 years. The Engadinwind, I think, started about 20 odd years ago. And now Christian has took it back on in the last couple of years and pushing hard for this event. And when you see what racing we had yesterday, it's looking absolutely perfect. It is perfect for foil racing. The wind kicks in the afternoon. It's a thermal direction. Comes up the valley. The consistently 12 to 15 knots. They do get windier days where you can do full normal freestyle. But obviously it's not as consistent as that kind of lighter 12 to 15 knot thermal breeze. It can be accelerated depending on the weather patterns in the area. But we're expecting pretty similar conditions to we had yesterday. There's a few little shifts coming in, so it makes it for really good, exciting racing. It's not just a speed track where you just bang one corner. And obviously in the mornings there's no wind. So we've got the toe-in freestyle. You know, otherwise we're going to be sitting on the beach waiting for the wind. So I think it's good to have some action out there. Have the guys sending it properly. And we've got some of the best guys in the world. We've actually got the best guy in Europe right now, Jensel Kers, #1 in Europe. And he has been going for it. And he's going for it now. He is going regular stance. So we might see that double air culo. He pulled it off in the practice. Jensel Kers from Belgium. Oh, cannonball. Oh my God. He went in head first pretty hard then. Straight out the straps. Check this for a dismount. Well, he didn't even have a chance to cannonball. He just did the old penguin dive. Oh my God, the penguin dive, the silly salmon. Wonder what the judges are going to score that, because it was a nice dismount. Jesus, that looked painful.
He'll get a rerun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't take off, so he'll actually get a rerun on that one. Yeah.
Does he want a rerun? That's the question. Does he want a rerun? Yeah, that looked interesting. Definitely interesting.
It's 20 minutes to 12, same as yesterday, same procedure. The AP flag will come up in a moment, and then you know the procedure.
So just hearing the AP flag is obviously going to go up for the racing. So post-moment flag is up because there is no wind at the moment. And we're going to hear after the tow-in, we're going to be going back live to the foil racing at 3. So we might not get the first races on thing, but we're coming back at 3. We'll update you of what's been going on, and we'll be going live for a couple of hours from 3 o'clock and bring you those last races during the day, because they give you an update of who's been doing what. You can obviously still follow results online, but that is the plan for today. We're going to sail out these last couple of heats in the tow-in, see if Jeremy Plouffe can get himself into that final. He started off well with a 6.81. It's the second highest score in this round so far, so it's a good way to start, and it'd be interesting to see what he's going to try next. Will he have to go safe? He'll have to mix it up somehow, because he can't do an air burner again. But are we going to see Yentel Cares have a little bit of a retry? I think we might do. Jeremy Plouffe's having a bit of a swim here. There he is. Looks like Jeremy Plouffe's up next. Okay, so back here, Jeremy Plouffe. Come on, son. What's he got for us? If he puts something in the 6 region again, just over 6 would put him in the lead. I mean, he can go from 0 to hero pretty quickly in this 2 runs. But a lot of pressure. Like I said, he can't afford more than 1 mistake today. He's only got 3 runs, and 2 of them will have to count. He kicked off with his first run with a 6.81. It was solid. Not super fast at the moment, but speeding up as he comes in. Jeremy Plouffe, what we seeing? Just going simple, but he knows that's what he needed. Solid performance from Plouffe. 2 just solid moves. Not the biggest move, but very consistent. Great landing, full planing. I think that's going to do well, and I think now it's set him up for a last move to go really big. He's guaranteed his 2 landed moves now, and he's probably, well, he will be in a qualifying position, no doubt about it. Might jump up into at least 2nd place now. So, all eyes to see what that scores. Maybe something around the 4s, I would guess. It was a good landing, though, full planing, maybe a little bit more. You never can tell. Well, I can never tell because I'm not very good at judging. But we're looking at what we saw yesterday. Air Funnel coming in for Leonard Neubauer came in at 4.25. And I think the landing was probably better from Plouffe. So maybe we're expecting a little bit more than that. Again, we'll have to see how they mark the landing. The landing was pretty much perfect. We wait for those scores to drop. Okay, as we wait for those scores to drop, I'll tell you what we can do. Let's just take a look at that foil recap from yesterday. It's only short, but just check out the drone.
She walks my way.
There we go. Some nice little drone recap there from the IFCA World Championships. Obviously, Luc van Obzeland from the Netherlands leading that. But we've got next up, I think we've got Jentel Kers again, and this is going to be his first go. He's getting a chance to resail. And here we go. Oh, not probably one of his counting moves for Jentel Kers there. As you can see, the score's already come in for Jeremy Ploos, around about 4 points. So not a great score for Ploos. I thought we might score a bit more than that, I've got to be honest. It came in as an air funnel at 394. Leonard Neubauer 425 yesterday for an air funnel. And Ploos's was full planing, so interesting. Different day, maybe, a little bit of different scores. But that's going to, I mean, it's put him up into second place. So still very solid from the Swiss rider. But it just makes it close for the other guys. And it means he can cut loose a little bit on the next round. Going to get challenged. So 2 runs for him. Next up, we should have, I guess, Ricardo Marca will be next. And then we've got Leonard Neubauer. It's definitely not easy, this tow-in discipline. Trying to windsurf with just apparent wind and no actual wind really is not easy. So a few runs left to go until we work out who's going to be in the final. John Siddle said, can you find out which FPV drone he is using and the setup for live stream from the drone?
Get him in for a few questions.
Is this Racing Pilot, Ace, Yoda, Ninja?
Let's get Yoda in after the next round.
I think we should do. I think we should definitely have a close-up of his drone.
Yoda in after the next round.
Can we get like at least a video of his drone from now?
It's in a lot of the videos.
Yeah, but I mean like now him holding it. Because he's got his pink, yeah. Because he's hopping around. He's got one foot working. It seems to be a standard crew condition. You have to have one leg working and then one leg only. Adam Sims obviously hopping around. Yeah, okay, we're going to take a look at that drone actually in a bit. Pretty interesting.
Should I go and have some live footage of it?
I think you got to see the drone guy. But it's pretty impressive. It looks like it's worth about 10 quid, the drone, when you see it. It's just a bit of plastic strapped to a pool noodle. But incredible. Here we go. Ricardo Marca. Well, I think we'll do an interview with him outside, I reckon. That's why we do it, yeah. Okay, perfect. There we go. So we're going to have a little word with him after this. But this is Ricardo Marca. What's he got? The Italian having a little shuffle, a little wiggle. What's he got? Needs to throw something down. Jeremy Ploos coming on strong. Oh, and gets wet. It's not going to count for him. He's burnt another chance there. Jeremy Ploos could be the comeback kid. Oh, could make it happen. So Ploos causing all the problems right now. Ricardo Marca staring an exit in the face. He's a little bit behind Leonard Neubauer. So hopefully, I think we're going to get a few visuals of the man with the pink goggles flying the Ninja drone. Let's get his pink goggles on. Let's just have a look at him because we're gonna. I think we should do an interview with him at the end. But we definitely want to see the rider. We've got to see him, haven't we? Come on, let's have a look at him. Please get him to put them pink goggles on.
So, introduce yourself to the camera. What's your name and what are you doing here?
My name is Niklas Solle. I'm 20 years old from Munich, Germany, and I'm a professional drone racer as well as professional drone filming pilot. And I have a small racing drone with a GoPro on it, and it can go up to very high speeds, and it's a perfect tool to film these surfers here.
Awesome. Can you talk me through your drone kit? If we bend down a little bit and.
Of course. So here we have the racing drone. It has a GoPro on top. It has a GoPro on top for filming, and I have a second camera in front that's just for my live FPV feed. So it has no delay, and I can see live through my goggles, which we have here. And yeah, of course, in the back we have a battery. It's a very powerful setup. It's all hand built, and I set it up myself. And here we have a pool noodle, which is just there for if I crash into the water for some reason, that we can save the footage.
Okay, we're going to go to live action now and watch the tow-in.
About that in a minute. This is Leonard Neubauer setting up. Oh, nearly saved it with a bit of a gecko on the end of that thing. Leonard Neubauer, the future of the freestyle. Lovely rotation, just lands, nearly gets the 360, really just bonking it on the nose, and then it come round just a little bit too slow. I say no wind, still good landing, still pretty upright, but not in total control, and that's what the judges are looking for. So you saw that drone then. It is it's a pretty what's the word, rustic looking thing. What do they do? Let's call it organic or whatever they call it. It looks like it's just been stuck together with bits of stick, but the thing in the air, it is a speed demon. 130 kilometers an hour. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm going to say, you've got to get him to put the pink goggles on. I'm waiting for that shot. He said he turned up to some competition, some drone race in America, and apparently all the drone races have different coloured goggles or something, and he got the pink ones. He was like, oh man, but it seems to have embraced the pink goggles. If you are just tuning in, I should say, Vanora Engadinwind, brought to you by Dakine. We're just finishing up the EFPT tow-in qualification series. Got a couple more runs left from all the riders. Well, one run, I think, actually, from a few of them now. We've still got Jens Cares to finish his run. And then we've got one more run from each of the four riders. And as I say that, the wind is just slightly kicking in from the south. You can't quite see it on your screens now because it's kind of glassy in this corner, but if you look up the lake you will see there is a slight breeze starting to blow, and that might make it interesting for the tow-in as well. A little bit of side wind gives them a bit more pop and a bit more power in the sail. It's like increasing the speed of going along, so we might see a few more bit more height in the tricks coming through, but obviously that's good news for the foil racing this afternoon. We'll be going back live to that IFCA World Championship racing at 3 o'clock Swiss time, whatever time that is. Here we go. Jens Cares, European champ, leading the World Tour. What's he got for the tow-in? He's actually leading this qualification as well. He's gone normal. I think we're going to see some height on this thing. Wow, absolutely straight into that full speed. Wanted the triple rotation. Doesn't quite nail it at the end. You can see just got his weight, got away from on top of the board. 1, 2, clean, and then couldn't get the third on the water. That would have equaled Balls Muller's effort yesterday, but looked like he'd made it. Oh, you could see he just wouldn't quite go. Got a little bit out of sorts. So you can see there, wind very light but starting to come in. And that's what we're used to seeing here at Silverplana Lake in Switzerland. for the Vanora Engadinwind, brought to you by Dekine. We've got snow on the mountains. Is there snow here all year round? I guess there is. It's probably pretty chilly up there.
Here in the summer, there's always been snow.
Yeah, I mean it's high, 4,000 meters, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got to be around that.
3,300 is the top.
3,300. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we've been to about.
Okay.
Up right at the top, you can take the cable car. You can stop at the mid station, even in the summer. And as you go up, you see all these like mountain bike trails and everything.
Oh.
I mean, it's a true.
I want to go biking.
Destination.
What about doing a biking, snowboarding and windsurfing event? I know they used to do this one called the Caledonian Challenge, where they used to bike over the valleys in Scotland and then windsurf across the lake, and then bike over the next one and then windsurf across the lake. And then they had like trucks bringing the gear around from each. I can't remember. They were just going over the things. Yeah, it sounded pretty hectic. It was a long time ago, but it used to be quite a big event, the Caledonian Challenge. No, I'm sure. Is there anyone out there? Hit me up on the YouTube or on the Facebook or wherever you are. Where are you?
Jeremy Pluce is ready to go. Can see him lining up there.
Here he is, Pluce, with his last chance saloon. He's actually pulled his way up into second place already. He's only had 2 runs. They're both counting. He's in second place. Can he step it up even more? Jeremy Pluce from just down the road. The Swiss contingent. What's he got for us? He's good at getting the saving the landings, isn't he? Absolutely spotted that as well and managed to get it back in control. See, he takes off here. Air funnel. 360 and then somehow just gets his way up. If there's wind there, he's landed, and that's what the judges are saying. If there's wind and you're in control, then you would have landed that, so that will class as a good landing. So Pluce has really stepped it up today. Well, he stepped it up because he didn't even turn up yesterday. So impressive. He's been in Greece, I think, training, drumming, doing his thing. Bit of a keen drummer.
Big chief drummer. It's really good. I've seen him playing before a bit, and absolutely mental.
He looks.
You should just, if you have a moment now, YouTube him and
Well, YouTube him.
find some stuff. Yeah.
What was it? Jeremy Pluce, drumming. What do we put in?
I think so. Yeah.
Drummer.
Well, we can ask him. We're going to get interviews with all these guys later, so
Okay.
find out what his band is and.
Yeah, so the plan is at the end of this tow-in session, we're gonna grab a few of the guys for some interviews outside before we sign off for the EFPT and get ourselves ready for the racing in the afternoon. Jeremy Pluce, 5.81. He has pretty much smashed it. 12.63, solidly in second place. It's going to need a pretty heroic performance from Leonard Neubauer, I should say. He's going to need something in the 6.5 region to overtake Pluce. What's Riccardo Marca got? This is to save his skin, to get himself in the final. Needs to put down a big score. Riccardo Marca from Italy. Oh, he sounded a hard landing, but didn't quite stick it. And I think we might be saying goodbye to Riccardo Marca. Let's have another check on this. Yeah, that's not going to class as a landing. That's not going to be a counting move for Riccardo Marca. And that could be it for the Italian. We're going to be saying goodbye, I think. And it looks like Leonard Neubauer, Jeremy Pluce and Yentl Kers will be the ones going into tomorrow's final. We'll wait for confirmation from the judges. But just couldn't quite find that extra move with a 5.94. He was kind of in the mix going into that last move, but just couldn't find it. So we're still waiting for that score. I think it's just come in 3-1-3, and it's not enough. It won't be a counting move. So he's going to finish this competition with 9-1-9. And unfortunately, that means he's in 4th place, and we've still got a few riders to go. So he's not going to move from there, and we won't be seeing him in tomorrow's final. He will be turning up, I guess, for the Super Session on Sunday. And there is talk of doing something for Sundowners tonight. There's a little bit of beers going on, a bit of a party, and they want the freestylers to just put on a bit of a show in the background, so I'm sure he'll be there for that. But Leonard Neubauer, one of the young guns, is safely through now, and this is kind of a free run for him. So I wonder what we're going to see from the young gun. We're about to find out. Neubauer, here he is. Oh, it's big. Oh, his foot come out then. That looked a little bit like caught him off guard. You could see the facial expressions. Didn't look like it was the nicest of landings. I think he split the kipper because one leg come out. Ooh, that's how you split your kipper. Oh, yeah, he's there going, yeah, that's the family jewels are gone. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I think they've gone. I think they dropped down. I'm going to try and pick them up. Throw them as they've gone. So, Neubauer, he's in the next round. Don't worry. He won't be having any kids for a while, but, well, he won't be anyway. He's too young for that, surely. He's far too young. How old's Leonard Neubauer? He's 15. I mean, gee, 15? That is young, isn't it? He's nearly a third of my age. That is very young, 15. So he is a full talent, isn't he? Not, I mean, we already knew it, but at 15, he's going to be around for a fair few years to come. There'll be a few of the big guns, freestyle guns, looking over their shoulder now, thinking, we're going to have to step it up. So Leonard Neubauer. Plus, we know he's already through. Ricardo Marquez out. So we've got one rider left. Yentel Kers. This will be the last run of this freestyle qualification. And it's going to be left to Yentel Kers from Belgium to hold it on. A bit of a change of sponsors for him this year. He's on I-99 boards. 0.7 sales. And it seems to be suiting him. Seems to be in the mix. He's brought a bit of colour to the sails as well. Bit of yellow. Gold. He likes gold. Seems to be working pretty well. Alrighty. Is he lining up? I think he is. There is a bit more wind now. Like I said, that thermal is slowly building up. You get a very solid thermic breeze. That's why Bulls Mullet is training so much on the foil. Because here in Switzerland, it seems like that thermal wind with the cold air, hot air mountains, as you all know how it works with the thermal, seems to be a perfect foiling weather, which is why we've got the IFCA World Championships here in Silvaplana in Switzerland. Here we go. Yentel Kers already regular stance. Are we going to see that double air culo? Yentel Kers from Belgium. Doesn't get the height, but gets the rotation. You could see he didn't get the height he wanted, but still a sick rotation on that. That's his last run as well. So Yentel Kers will finish in first place in this round and qualify nice and safely through to tomorrow's final. Yeah, that is it. We are done for the tow-in. So we don't even really need to wait for the score because we know Yentel Kers is already through. Like I say, the thermal is kicking in. We're seeing some gusts coming down the lake as we speak. The foil racers will be getting ready. Who is going to be leading after day number 2 in the foil race? Just to confirm, actually, before we go, we're going to have a couple of interviews with the freestylers. But just so you know, Yentel Kers, Jeremy Plus, Leonard Neubauer. We've got Adrian Bosson, Stephen van Brockhoven, and Bulls Muller. That will be your 6 finalists making it through to tomorrow's final. And then I think we're going to have 3 runs from each rider tomorrow. And we're going to crown a champion here in Lake Silvaplana for the Vanora Engadinwind by Dakine. We've got a few interviews coming up. I'm going to pop outside. So what we're going to do is have a look at the highlights from yesterday to give you a bit of an overview of what went down. We've got a very similar day planned today. The wind is kicking in. Let's check those highlights and I'll join you outside.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to the 2019 Engadinwind. This year, it's all about Foilmania. morning provided glassy conditions, the perfect opportunity for tow-in freestyle. So the best in the world took to the winch and threw down huge moves.
Living the moment till I die. And I'm gonna chase it. And I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it. No matter how hard we try. And I'm gonna chase it. And I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it. No matter how hard we try. No matter how hard we
Insane action gave way to some incredible windsurfing, as those experienced on the foil took to the water for some high-flying tactical racing. And that's just day one. We've got 3 more days to go. Plenty of action to watch. You want to see it live? You can check our social channels for more. Stay tuned.
We haven't got the 6 finalists. We have got 4 of them because 2 of them are getting ready for the race. Bosson. He impressed me today because we saw some different moves. Not actually in the competition, but the Clue First Air Flacker.
Yeah, I tried the first run as well, I think, of the contest, but like the start is so tricky.
It looks hard.
Yeah, it's super hard. Like I don't have the technique yet. Like first I tried to get the speed and then we run and get the sail crew first, but it didn't work out. And then I was just standing on the board, one hand crew first, the other hand the winch, and waiting like this on the edge. And then I think my first try in the warm up was the best.
But it looked good, that one in the warm up.
Yeah, like. But I remember Nico.
12 years ago.
Yeah, okay, man, that's fine. Nah, Nico Agation used to do it before, and you said let's do something different. That's the
I
only.
felt bad when you crashed. I was like, oh no, that's my fault.
Yeah, it was your fault,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
It was your fault.
But you made it to the final, so that's the main
Yeah.
thing. Obviously tomorrow, the wind has just picked up actually, so perfect timing for the foil race. Yento, you're looking a bit short down there, mate.
Yeah, I'm standing in a hole. Maybe it's for the crash.
You definitely had the best crash today, the penguin dive dismount. Talk us through that.
I don't really know what happened. Went a little bit too fast for me. I think I kind of spin out over the wave and I don't know.
But the no-handed dive, is that not a bit dangerous?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's more dangerous if I would have hold on the boom.
Yeah. Double air culo though in the practice.
Yeah, also the last one I was quite close, you know. I kept checking the scores and I knew I was still leading, so I want to change it up, you know, not only doing air funnels and burners, so I try something different.
Are we going to see that tomorrow in the final?
Yeah, let's hope.
Let's hope. We're all blooming hoping for that. Balls Muller. He's already changed. Talk us through it. Good day, bad day?
It's a good day. I mean, I tried some different stuff in towing.
Nice
I never tried the Spock before.
That looked painful, mate.
But you know how it is when you practice the Spock, you get the rail catcher, and in the air I knew I probably gonna rail catch, so I didn't know if I should hold on or just let it go. But it's different. It's not windsurfing. It's towing windsurfing, and it's another game. But it's fun.
We also saw you do a bit of towing on the foil.
Oh yeah, that was scary. I actually told
Did your
to
best
the winch-
move, I think.
Yeah, I told to the winch to slow down as much as possible, and I was still way too fast because that lift got so much power. I mean, that foil is just flying out the water with like 0 speed. But it was probably the smoothest rotation, but it's hard to stick those moves.
Yeah, obviously tomorrow, well, this afternoon we've got the foil freestyle MB boards battle coming up. Are we going to get wind today? What's your local Swiss feeling on the wind?
It's smelling good. I mean, my brother, apparently rumors have it my brother is coming, so probably he's going to kick my ass. I'm nervous. I mean, with the best trick format in foil freestyle, it's going to be a hard one because he got some nuggets, badass moves.
He's crazy, no? I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, Ball's brother, you think Balls is crazy. I'm sure he's crazier.
Yeah, in foiling, I don't know, he didn't got the bad injuries yet, and maybe that doesn't slow him down, and it seems to work out for him. I mean, I saw badass crashes of him. I'm always scared. I'm always touching wood, but no, it's fun. Gonna be a fun battle.
Do you know what time that's starting? Is around 3-ish. Is that with the?
That's what I heard. Yeah, and first 3 races of slalom foil racing. I don't know how you want to call it, but just racing, and then we go into the real stuff.
All right, we look forward to that. And lastly, we got to bring up this man. It was a bit of a late show, or a no-show yesterday. Don't fall off, dude. You came out the blocks flying today. I don't think you crashed a move.
No, yeah, true. All 3.
Just like, oh yeah, just bossed them all out. Feeling pretty good out there then.
Yeah, I mean, it's going good. I was really tight with the schedule because I just came from Greece yesterday evening, so I knew I have to land the moves. Then the second one, the air funnel, was actually just a single move, but I want a double, so I was like, that's not gonna give me enough points. But then I saw this little breeze coming in, like a line of wind. I was like, come on, a bit faster, and it was just in time here to do my last move, which came out really good.
Okay, we obviously crashed something, because I can see by your head.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Man, honestly, like, I think 4 days ago I was windsurfing in Paros. Then I wanted to do a duck, and there was one of these kiters in the way, so I kind of strangely reacted, and I went like this deep into the shallow water. And there was at least some sand, but also some little rocks. So I hit my head. And I was like dizzy for like some hours, but I'm fine again. I'm good again.
It seems to have done you no harm, because you landed, like I say, everything today.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the final tomorrow,
Yes.
in your motherland of Switzerland. Good
Yeah,
to be back.
That's very nice. Nice to be back. A bit sad to not be in Greece anymore, of course, because it was a dream there. But I will do it here also. In the cold a bit. I will get used to it.
Okay, well, cheers, mate. Nice
Thanks,
one.
man.
We'll see him in the competition. Obviously, next up, we have got the foil racing. The breeze is already kicked in like it does here. Perfect timing. So what we're going to do is we're having a little break on the live stream now. We're going to just cut to a little bit of highlights from the foil racing yesterday. We're going to be coming back at 3 o'clock to join the racing, and then we're going to join that freestyle foil battle as well. See you then.